Okay, welcome to section 3 of our chapter 1. Chapter 1 is considered tools of algebra. Now we've been working with operations for the past couple of days. We did operations with integers, so adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing integers. And then yesterday we talked about verbal expressions for these operations. So for addition, we might say more than, plus, things like that. Today we're going to use these operations in word problems. Now, I know for some of you this is getting a little tedious, and this should be mostly a review, and maybe you don't feel as challenged, but this is chapter 1, and like I told you in class, usually chapter 1 of a math book is a review to go over, well, exactly what the chapter is titled, the tools you're going to need for algebra. So bear with me while we get through chapter 1, and I promise when we get into chapter 2 you will feel more challenged. So be ready when we get there to take really good notes and pay close attention. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. I have already circled which word problems I'm going to do with you in this video, and I have decided to do half in the video and give you half to do on your own, and I think that it's fair because that's the pattern that I've been following in most of these videos. So let's get started. These are just basic operations in word problems. So here's our first one. The outside temperature was -4 degrees in the morning and 13 degrees Fahrenheit in the afternoon. By how much did the temperature increase? Now, initially, most of you are going to want to do 13 minus 4 or -4 plus 13. Either way, you're going to get the same answer. However, that answer would not be correct. If we take 13 minus 4, that's not going to tell us how much the temperature increased. What I'm going to do is create a number line to show you exactly what I mean. Okay. So we've started at, well, let's make 0 first. So here's 0. And we have to go from -4 all the way up to +13. So let me go -1, 2, 3. Oops, I ran out of room. -4. It happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I had to extend my line a little bit. So what I'm trying to visually show you is that if we take 13 minus 4, you're going to have 9, and that's not how much the temperature increased. Remember, it starts at -4 and then it goes up to 13. So we need to count how many degrees, how many of these single numbers it goes up all the way to 13. Some of you already know that that would basically be 13 plus 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so 13 plus 4, it increases by 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so you can either write it out as a problem like this, as an expression or an equation because we have an equal sign, or you can write out the number line to show you visually too. Either way works well for me. Let's go down to 78. If you'll notice, I'm skipping 76 and 77, so those are going to be part of your responsibility. 78. Peyton earns $11 per hour. She works 14 hours each week. So let's stop there. $11 per hour and $14 each week. So in order to figure out how much she's going to make each week, we need to multiply $11 by 14 hours because each hour she gets 11. Okay. Her employer withholds $32 from each paycheck for taxes. Okay, so let's do the math here. 11 times 14 is 154. And then we are being withheld $32 from each check. Okay? So now we need to take this 154 and subtract the taxes. So subtract $32. So Now we have a paycheck of $122. Now, I want to stop here for a second. The way I have multiplied across and then started going down, you don't have to do it this way. When you got to 154, if you created, jump down to a new line and do 154 minus 32, that's fine. It's just for me, sometimes I skip steps and, well, not necessarily skip steps, but I put things together in this kind of fashion. So if you want to do it differently, that's completely fine. Okay, let's keep going. If she gets paid weekly, what is the amount of her paycheck? Okay, well, this is how many hours she works each week. We did the math, so this is going to end up being our answer. She is going to make $122 each week. Okay, now you're going to notice that I didn't just write 122. I have this dollar symbol ahead or in front. Okay, and then back up to 75 also, I put degrees Fahrenheit. I did not just write 17. 17 what? Make sure that you are writing your labels for these, okay? Don't just write the number because we don't know what you're talking about. It's very important. You could end up potentially losing points on tests and quizzes. Number 80, a pizza restaurant mailed out 1,000 coupons for $2.50 off a large specialty pizza. By the time the coupon expired, 175 were redeemed for delivery and another 35 were redeemed at a restaurant. So we need to figure out how many coupons total were redeemed. So off to the side here, I'm going to do 175. That's how many were redeemed for delivery, and then 35 at the restaurant. Okay. So 210 coupons total were redeemed. Let's keep going. What was the total amount of discounts provided by the restaurant's coupon mailing? Okay, so out of the 1,000 coupons they mailed, only 210 were actually brought in for a discount. Each of these 210 coupons earned the patrons $2.50 off. So for each coupon, customers got $2.50 off. So we're going to have to multiply these numbers. If you need to use a calculator, I completely agree that you can. So 210 times $2.50 ends up being $525. Okay. So the total amount of discounts provided by the restaurant's coupons were $525. Okay, let's keep going. 82. Glenn and his dad